here's a trippy lesson, right? I mean, you can appreciate it. It's not like you don't have you're it's not wrong to recognize, I think, that all of these niche hobby groups, like these like they're really already doing the NFT thing, you know, like building out levels in different games and stuff where you rank in, because all these niche groups really have very few people in them that are relevant. It's like they only need to be completed by like one or two more people to actually do something kind of work to help out in it to define what it is. I swear to God. So the reason I'm saying this, right, is because that might seem like it's trying to be mean to people and exclude them and shit. But most of the people, like, if you go in those chat rooms, are just looking for ways to keep them from making their points, and they need this platform that allows them to only let them get their message to the people that they wanted to get it to. So what do you make of Silicon Valley like seizing on this, you know what I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, you would expect someone to do it just because you know it's evil and man can come up with it and accomplish, and already has done anything you can imagine that is like um you can have elaborate planned get together with a niche group and accomplish something genius in a limited time only opportunity. And the opposite, like, there's this what it calls the blue check game, like the blue check mark. They have the type of gamer that's not really a game. Like, you have people making they have a license to make movies in live action. You know where I'm getting on with this? And then their shit comes down, like shit floats downstream, and when the credulity of these narratives gets tested, which is an NFT, they subvert people's principles to like pressure them, and they become like they badger them and shit, you know, like the DOJ dude telling the cop to turn off his body camera. How is there going to be any established authority like that of common ground with the people if they can say that? First of all, if the cop would know you already, he'll turn off his body camera so they can have not that word, what's it called? Candid, no, more, no, where they don't have to dance around uh taboos and shit. Like, could be normal with each other. But he didn't like it. He was like, how did you get my number, my personal cell phone number? If that thing is fake, you could argue that video is a fake video, and that those are not real cops. There's a lot of cops in that video. There's be a lot of people impersonating the police on camera. They filmed it. They filmed themselves doing it on camera. Maybe it's the fraternal order of police, and they got together Masons in cahoots. Then they planned to LARP us. LARP us. It's just Do you know how lonely that would make them? I would feel pity. 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 I feel pity. I would pity that. Like, you're the lonely motherfucker. I don't think that's what's going on either. I don't buy those stories. They're not lines because I'm not trying to push it. But you can't tell me don't believe your lying eyes. The only thing, only I only left you open for scenarios that are all unacceptable. I'm going into this video. I mean, you don't have to believe even the video exists. Maybe I made up the video too. But the thing is, there's this video, and it shows a complaint about they had arrested a DOJ agent. They didn't think he was a real DOJ agent. They had to let him go because he's a DOJ agent, as if that's relevant. That's not the operative concern, whether or not he should have still been arrested. It was like, oh, he was a real DOJ agent, let him go. He was trying to subvert the law, conflict of interest, trying to whatever host of nefarious activities that could be racketeering, RICO. The RICO Act doesn't care if I got a rip in my fucking couch, and then you have to believe me. Like, where's your sources and shit? The RICO Act don't care about my fucking sources. Look, that rip. I'd be getting trolled. If I had a live stream, I'd be getting trolled. No, people would keep complaining about this shit. That's why I don't get no views. They can't handle it. They can't. They don't want to see this shit. Why would they want to look at that? You know what I mean? But the RICO Act, it's like, it is actually powered by its own elements of people taking measures to cover their own ass. It's kind of like the fuel for it to go is like telegraph signals of people ready to throw other people under the bus and LARP shit. It's just like, I sort of think that when they just clone, like, this shit, like, we don't, like, we try to observe the precedence of laws. We don't convict anybody for crimes or doing anything illegal. We convict them for being stupid and looking dumb in light of a certain number of things that are going on around you at the time. So after the RICO Act, they convict him in secrecy and shit, fucking clone him, and throw him back out for the masses who deserve to be ruled by the iron fist, who are always demanding all power and fucking deserve to be ruled by the iron fist. And they put these clones back out there. And they don't have to figure out that justice would ever be mediated, that it ever came that way, because those people are plot and misers. They were so stingy to the fact that it was offensive because they even lost track of what a sacrifice means. They think a sacrifice, I could sacrifice some lint out of my pocket. to a deity or something. Just take my lighter, burn it. But the gods only want what you want. They just pick up on the fact that you only pray to them when you need something. Why wouldn't they want anything else than what you want? You observe them. You're the one to make them palpable and look for signs to see from them in existence that fucking would be ethereal and have to come manifest by palpability, not fucking manifesting any physical form or evidence. They're just drunk children. Angels are all winos too. They're all passed out on the sidewalk. Or in taking one L after another's in life, and this is not what they wished for. So and see, the thing is, it's like we can portray angels and fallen angels being at war, but it's actually a cacophony of angelic beings on high and subterranean creatures in the mange, in the sulfuric, but they're colliding in a cacophony, and there's some decent aspects of the subterranean, and then there's some suspect shit, like there's some weird shit going on in the light of the cacophony. Because where did 1/3 of those angels fell from, right? They so it's the ACA baby stare is tied into that shit. Because it's like whoever's causing the requirement for so much therapy, like you could calculate how much therapy that mankind needs. If I was a Draco and I created mankind and I was manipulating mankind, I know how much therapy. Yeah, I know what they. Yeah. I know what they need. And if it goes way up, then all the pit bosses know that somebody is taking liberties on the low level, damaging the merchandise because it's all greasy. So somebody's damaging the merchandise, cutting the products. They're getting to your, you can't be a racketeer if another racketeer is getting there first. So it's like a cacophony, and then all right, like some angels, 1/3 of them fell, they became rebels, rebelled, right? But in another religious system, right, it's not that the angels rebelled. It was like, say, the Monkey King. He wasn't satisfied with his title. Oh my God. He demanded a new title from heaven. He made a bunch of melee and ruckus chaos energy on the physical domain on the earth, dude. When the ans okay, when the ancestors came up with this shit, right? They were alive, right? And they're describing all these energies that causes the battles and things, and the entanglement and everything. And you have a whole different way to look at it when Monkey King spent all of his formative years on the mountain of chi, soaking up all the chi, right? And eating fruits and, like surrounded by flowers and just, right? I guess he had become headstrong. So he had an ego thing. His ego and his head would go out. So like the the gods above the mountain of Chi gave him a headband, right? And like it would cause him this headache when it blew up, when his head blew up. But he liked the headband so much, his ego was attached to the headband, that he wouldn't take it off. And that kept him within the parameters of his new title. Because when he got a little too headstrong, his headband would cause him a migraine, right? And so the headband kept him within the parameters of the new title that he demanded from heaven to appease him. To appease him. You get what I'm saying? So it doesn't have all that Grim Reaper shit in it. And it's another way to say the same thing. I'm not downplaying the Christ, because the Christ went into hell to purchase souls. To end all the Grim Reaper shit. To put an end to all the same Grim Reaper shit. To conquer death, or to crush death, for being soul crushing. And then crushed death is where you get the gleam. The gleam from the gloss of the triple point darkness. The triple stage, not point, it's the triple point of water in its atmosphere. The triple stage of darkness is so black that it actually has a gloss, a gleam. And that gleam, that shine, is light. It's light. I mean, I'm not saying this like I'm the genius that figured it out. I'm just putting together what people said and along the lines of talking about the same thing. Yeah. I can't do too much today. That's why in Christianity, you would only take in a small amount every day, because you couldn't take all of the Lord's word in one day, and because you would be spoiled to it. You would become spoiled to it. It would not take in, you wouldn't be able to take it in. So it wouldn't be doing you a service, I would say. Not to say that you're spoiled to it for good. It would not be doing you a service, because it would be too deep or something. It's just like you can't eat when certain things are going on, and like you're not gonna be turned on and shit if like you hear the next room, you hear like children or voices or something, you can't be with your girl or something. Like you're gonna back off first. It's like because unless they were your kids, you know, damn, there's, I don't even think that your kids wouldn't even know what was going on and they make noises. Like I wonder what they think mommy and daddy are like in the other room, and why they get noisy. Like, are they must think that they're on one or something. But then the kids are always frying on acid though. Kind of, it's like they're permanently frying on acid. So I said that too adamantly, and it's like, oh, you know this before or something. It sounds like I don't want anybody to think that fucking you should try to give, you know what I'm saying, that it's cool to give kids tabs of fucking acid. Hell no, I ain't never done that before. I've done acid. I mean, not good acid. I wouldn't say it's real acid. Same thing with ecstasy. Like, if your first time doing ecstasy and you liked it, then it's possible that you liked some cement mixer shit, like them threw together some Russian mafia fucking rushed together to fucking have to sell it, and Ted cut his losses, and he knows his bunk. Like, you be taking that. It would have to not be your first go around. Otherwise, you would be thinking you're getting all these experiences, and you're not having any experiences. All right, so this video log thing is like, I don't know, I guess I need this shit too. I'm surprised that I remember that. I mean, I'm surprised there's so much to remember. So I could go off of so many different ways from is